The blue flame, the blue flame, shining through the dark, burning in the heart. Dougolas fought the blue flame, the blue flame, carried through the night, rising into light. He walks alone, but not alone. The beacons are lit and the flame is home. The blue flame, the blue flame, never fades away. Here it burns today. The blue flame, the blue flame, glory in the air, calling us to pray. He walks alone, but not unknown. The beacons are lit and the flame is home. Not unknown. The beacons are lit and the flame is home. The blue flame, the blue flame, never fades away. Here it burns today. The blue flame, the blue flame, glory in the air, calling us to prayer.
Where coyotes cry, where six-packs go warm in the noonday sky. There's a tale whispered soft in the campfire's name of a weekend engineer and the blue flame. They say when the weekend came rolling around, he'd lay on his back on the hallowed ground. With a lighter in hand and a grin wide as shame, he'd conjure the fire, they called it the blue flame. Flame of Dougolas, light in the sky. A burst from the depths where the brave dare not try. From the bowels of Mount Doom to the stars just the same. The beacon is lit, long live the blue flame. The blue flame of Dougolas, light in the sky. From the depths where the brave dare not try. From the bowels of Mount Doom to the stars just the same. The beacon is lit, long live the blue flame. Now young Doug was the first in a backyard of lore to summon a fart like the Eye of Mordor. It shimmered and danced in a gassy ballet, and his jeans split apart in a fiery display. Ben cried, the beacons are lit through the smoke as a nebula swirled from that fiery poke. It shimmered like starlight, unholy and blue, while Dougolas grinned and released number 2. The blue may tear, but the spark of old Doug still hangs in the air. And if you catch wind near the hills where they game, you might hear a whisper, you have my flame. The blue flame of Dougolas, let it remain. The lore of the weekend, the king of butane. So gather your brothers and honor his aim. The beacon is lit, long live the blue flame.
You ever wake up thinking it's just gonna be eggs, coffee, and maybe a crossword? No drama, no surprises. Just another quiet morning. Yeah. Doug did too.
Beneath the dawn, the sky was gray, the winds began to churn. Three brave cans stood side by side, not knowing they'd soon turn. Doug stepped forth with toast in hand, the clouds began to cry. And in a flash, the world gave way, a flood from up on high. Sidewalks drowned in roaring tides, the street became a stream. And down the slope, the bins took flight like ghosts inside a dream. There goes the trash can.
It's not very funny.
It's our fucking trash can. How the fuck did that happen? It came up on the curb. Out came Steve with rage and socks, eyes blazing through the rain. Each can a casualty of fate, and Doug just shrugged again. They spiraled past a minivan, a twirling trash-bound dance, like warriors falling to the tide without a fighting chance. One was wedged in metal grates, two fled to unknown fate. Steve screamed into the empty road while Doug just sealed the crate. There goes the trash can. It's not very funny. It's our fucking trash can. How the fuck did that happen? It came up on the curb.
How the fuck did that happen? It came up on the curb.
The storm moved on, the gutters drained, but silence brought no peace. For Steve still scanned the endless street for bins that knew no leash. But Doug, a bard of mellow vibe, just sipped and softly stirred. He'd said it once, he'd say no more. It came up on the curb. There goes the trash can. It's not very funny. It's our fucking trash can. How the fuck did that happen? It came up on the curb. It came up on the curb. 3 cans lost, but never forgotten.
No one touches this ever again. This is my chips now.
Ice Granty. Smirnoff Ice Granty. Alright, stop, grab a chip and listen. Grant got ice with relentless precision. Bag of chips at a cold surprise. Reach his hand in and slowly realize. First chug, clean went down his throat. He turned his head, couldn't let him gloat. Boom, back to back, subtlety was key. Before he could speak, he was back on his knee. Bro, again. I was calm and collected. Third ice ready, chip bag reinfected. Back to the knee, he looked so betrayed. 3 ices deep, that's how legends are made. Ice Granty.
Too many, bro.
Ice Granty.
I'm gonna blow.
Ice Granty.
Someone check his pulse.
Ice Granty. Cabin so big, we were kings for the week. Iced in the fridge, in the drawer by the sink. Hot tub mornings, hot steam in the air. Ice is hidden deep like we in the Middle East. Casino Royale playing slow on the screen. Daniel Craig sipping martinis clean. Meanwhile, we're 5 beers deep. Grant 6th ice waiting underneath the seat. Mini golf course, had an ice in the hole. Yahtzee dice cup, Ice took control, playing King's Cup. Feeling like he's safe with the last king. There's no escape, we farted awake with no shame at all. Someone iced the bathroom stall. Drank that ice like he's born on the can. Not shaken, not stirred, but chugged like a man.
Ice Granty.
Straight from the fridge,
Ice Granty.
straight to the chip.
Ice Granty.
Enjoy the cold.
Ice Granty.
Yo, Grant, open wide cause the ice don't wait. Bag of chips in your hand, that's a frosty flake. Dropped you once, dropped you twice, made it 3 in a row. Now your knees getting sore, heart frozen with ice. Ice in your cup, ice on your chair. Ice in your shoe when you climbed up the stairs. Thought you were safe, that's cute, my God. There's an ice in the bag with your name, don't cry.
Literally just putting your hand in the. He was just putting his hand in there. My hand. Hey. Bullshit, dude. No bullshit.
Dougolas Flame Production.
She asked for water, opened his fridge, took his last LaCroix, like it's a privilege. Then wrinkled her nose like mango. Damn, how could a bitch do that to a man? He taught her Mario Kart, showed her the ropes. She blue shelled the mid-final lap, no hope. Then laughed like Bowser, crushed his whole plan. How could a bitch do that to a man? He brought her Taco Bell, all planned, crunch wrap. No ranch, then kicked the bag and ran. How could a bitch do that to a man? She said medium rare, then let it burn. Cooked it well done on a blue flame. How could a bitch do that to a man? How could a bitch do that to a man?
I saw you walk into the bar just like I hoped somebody would. You had that Charmander spark, and I knew right then I'd flood the neighborhood. We didn't talk for very long, but still you followed me along back to my place with one shoe off. I whispered, hope you brought a mop. You called me Cameron like a fan. I've never watched that Outer Banks, but you were tall and smelled like Coors, and honestly, that's all it takes. I'd fill my tank before we kissed. My aim was true, I never missed, and when you touched my leg, I knew the hydro pump was coming soon. Yeah, I took off my clothes. You saw my wet floor sign. You asked, oh, what is that for? I said, don't worry, babe, it's just I Squirtle all the time. You barely made it out alive. MacBook drenched, I saw consider calling a lift to drive? Your jeans were soaked, your pride was too, but babe, you still came back for round two. Then Spencer walked in with my friend. We ran out quick to just pretend like we'd been playing beer pong all night, not soaking wet and mid-ride. They banged too, but it wasn't the same. No splash zone, no pillow stain. She said it was nice, but I could tell they kept it dry. Yeah, I took off my clothes and you said, wait, Squirtle's real. I said, I'm Cameron with power, and hit you with my signature splash seal. I know you'll text your friends tonight, but you'll redact the fear in flight, and deep down you'll still remember when the Squirtle drowned your will to fight. So don't pretend you weren't impressed. I choose you. Now go get rest.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey Dougie, Tiger here. I'm in for the range tomorrow. Let me just say, if that blue flame makes an appearance, should I call Patrick Reed to cook off it, or is it too hot for even him to handle? Either way, we will be firing on all cylinders. Looking forward to smashing bombs with you, Eagle Man.
He was born with a wedge in hand, made his legend out at Soul Park Land, where birdies cry and bogeys roam. But on hole 8, Doug made his home. A 4-iron dot, a 1-hop slam, 2 under par and a side of ham. He raised his fists and wagged his can. Now every card whisper, Eagle Man, blowing up the fairway like Afghanistan. T-box bomber with a farmer's tan, ball so pure it's got its own OnlyFans. When they tops one short, it's part of the plan. Coach Doug dials up top a pizza man. You're putting for hunting if you're hungry for the win, but don't test rimmer it, throw that ball right in. Doug don't flinch, Doug don't chip twice. He's a short game wizard with a touch so nice. Reads the break like the morning news. Flops so soft you forget your shoes. And if your ball flirts with the edge then lingers, Doug will point and wag 2 middle fingers. You test rim and he'll bark with glee, like she does to dudes from Tennessee. He'll correct your slice, give solid advice. If you're willing to gamble, just roll the dice. Got your swing all twisted, tempo in jail. Doug's the guy who'll keep you out of his rail. With a smirk on his face and a club in hand, he'll fix your fade like it's pre-programmed. And if you're botched from your triple bogey spree, Soul's got the best damn Bloody Mary. Eagle Man, blowing up the fairway like Afghanistan. T-box bomber with a farmer's tan, ball so pure it's got its own OnlyFans. When they tops one short, it's part of the plan. Coach Doug dials up top a pizza man. You're running for hunting if you're hungry for the win, but don't test rimmer it, throw that ball right in. Tez rimmer it, throw that ball right in. 2 things I don't mess with, 3 putts and tests.
The sun dips low, the sky turns gold. We gather round where stories are told. A can is cracked, the moment's near. The simple joy of a cold old beer. The porch light hums, the fire glows. Familiar faces in soft shadows. No need to rush, no need to stall. We're here together when the banquet calls. When the banquet calls, the night falls soft and the cool wind blows. When the banquet calls, under starry skies where the river flows. When the banquet calls, we raise our cans and settle scores. Just good friends, good times, and cold cores. The day was long, but laughter came like gentle rain on a window pane. We trade our tales and toast the night with golden cans and fading light. No city rush, no grand applause, just quiet peace and no real cause. The world can wait beyond these walls. We answer true when the banquet calls. When the banquet calls, the night falls soft and the cool wind blows. When the banquet calls, under starry skies where the river flows. When the banquet calls, we raise our cans and settle scores. Just good friends, good times, and cold cores. Years will pass like rivers bend, but nights like these will never end. The glow remains, the stories last, a sacred bond tied to the past. You hand me one, the world feels small. We find our home when the banquet calls. No need for more, no higher walls, just golden nights and friendly calls. When the banquet calls, the night falls soft and the cool wind blows. When the banquet calls, under starry skies where the river flows. When the banquet calls, we raise our cans and settle scores. Just good friends, good times, and cold cores.
Muffins. He passed the bar, but can't pass the beat. Come on, do it for me. Come on, man. He's got a JD, he's got a flame, knows every clause but forgets every plan. Sits real still while the grill ignites, says, could you flip those, my back's kinda tight. Won't lift a can but critiques the char. Won't drive but demands pick me up, it's not far. He's not lazy, he's just strategic. Clutches a pillow like a paraplegic.
Come on, dude, just bring me a beer.
You're way closer and I'm sitting over here. He begs, he whines, he cries, he breaks you down. You're all worn out.
You grab the beer that's within his reach. He's just sitting by the blue flame, holding beers in both hands. A hero of the lazy, sitting down, pillow clutching. And if the world burns down, he'll still be chillin'. Just him, the pillow, and a tray full of muffins. thinks you're snacking. Says, yo dude, grab me a beer. You do what he's made his effort clear. Pretends his foot hurts, calls it a precedent. Sued himself for negligence, settle for a settlement. He's not helpless, he's just persuasive and legally annoying in ways evasive. I could stand, but why should I? You're right there and so am I. You like me more when I'm inert. Can you hand me that thing? Also maybe dessert. He's just sitting by the blue flame, holding beers in both hands. A hero of the lazy, sitting down, pillow clutching. And if the world burns down, he'll still be chilling. Just him, the pillow in a tray full of muffins. Muffins whispered, "Can you grab that thing real quick?" And for some reason, you did.
Way back in the day, me and my buddy Muffins were sitting on the couch, broke as hell, dreaming of something big, something wild, something dumb. So we did what any two underfunded but overconfident dudes would do. We booked a Carnival Cruise out of Long Beach, California. No plans, no prep, just vibes and a deep hunger for shitty food and regret.
Boarded the ship, all ready to party. Got our drink wristbands worn like a rollie. Started downing Coronas with immense thirst. Smiled at each other, things could be worse. Gambled all night on a busted roulette. Lost $20 and then another 20. Tried flirting with girls, had no real game. Drank fiery shots lit with a blue flame. Oh, we were cruising to nowhere good. Drunk on Cosmo and shitty food. Carnival dreams, tequila schemes, and art we couldn't afford. You know what I mean?
So the next day we wake up, heads pounding, rooms spinning, souls barely intact. I kick things off classy, cosmopolitan, 9 a.m., hey, don't judge me. Then for some reason we're at an art auction. I bid $200 on a speed racer print like I'm trying to furnish a Chili's that night. We hit this game show that we participate in. One of the challenges is to put makeup on a guy on your team. And of course, Ethan gets chosen. Next thing I know, he's got a full face of deep brown foundation, just straight up mocha latte with eyebrows. I yell, "Girl, you better blend!" And Ethan's just sitting there like a baked potato at Sephora. Anyway, fast forward, we're buzzed, we're vibing, we're flirty, he's made up. I chat up this girl at the bar, she invites me back to room 204. I tell Muffins to wait at the bar and I'll be back, and I go running down the hallway to whatever awaits. I get to the door, couple of knocks, no answer, try again, nothing. I sigh and turn back to the bar. I turn the corner, Muffins is gone. No trace, no bracelet, no phone and no note. Just me, an empty bar, and a rising sense of cruise-based dread. Oh, he vanished just like that. No phone, no clue, not even his glasses. Hours passed, I grabbed a slice, and then I saw him. Let's just say things were nice. Here he comes, wobbling into the 24-hour pizza joint like a toddler in a wind tunnel. Right behind him, 2 cruise cops. They tell me they got footage. Not 1, not 2, but 3 watertight doors open. I'm like, bro, are you filming a Mission Impossible reboot without telling me? They say he was in restricted areas, security risk. They took his drink bracelet. Muffins starts yelling, I start pleading. I'm like, Ethan, just take a nap, drink my blue flame tomorrow, man. Eventually, he agrees. We eat pizza. He passes out face first in our bunk. Phone rings loud at the break of day. Sir, your friend's gotta go away. I try to reason, plead my case, but they just say he's a risk to this place. Oh, they came to get him fast. So I hand him all the cash I've got and they take him off the boat. One shoe, brown face, no water, no clue. They lower him onto Mexican soil like he's being sacrificed to Poseidon. Meanwhile, I'm still on board. Ran into some dudes from earlier, they say. Our buddy Archie's too hungover to leave the ship, you wanna be Archie? I was like, you're damn right I do, as I watched Ethan's bus drive away. So I became Archie for the day. We drank tequila in a sketchy-ass bar. Some children tried selling me drugs from afar. I toasted a Muffins with one last blue flame. He was out there, somewhere, probably scrubbing the makeup and hating this day. He caught a bus through the dust with one shoe on. Brown makeup streaking in the Mexican dawn. While I was Archie taking shots on the sand. He was yelling, watertight door, with no words to expand. Oh, Carnival, what a ride. Banned for life, but with some pride. He survived with one shoe and fame, all thanks to tequila and that sweet blue flame. So now he's banned from all Carnival Cruises, still gets anxiety near watertight doors, but he made it home, eventually. Covered in brown makeup with one shoe, a hangover, and the spirit of a true maritime legend.
There was a knock at the door, too early to care. Ben reached for a Cosmo, I had glitter in my hair. Still had makeup from the pageant the night before. They called me Miss Margarita, I came in fourth. Then three dudes in polos appeared at our door. One held a clipboard to look hardcore. You opened 3 floors and yelled Poseidon's name. Now you're banned from the cruise, they said with shame. They handed me a pamphlet and a warm civet. Said your vacation's over, have a magical day. Ben raised his Cosmo, whispered Godspeed, and I was marched off that ship in glitter and need. In Tecateland, where the beer flows cold and your fate is canned. In Tecateland, where you ride through fire with a drink in hand. In Tecateland, you don't need money, you just need a plan. In one shoe, some tequila and the azul flame, mi amigo. In Tecateland, dropped in Ensenada with no phone, no map. One shoe, some tequila, blue flame in my lap. I followed the glow through crates and sand to a barrel of cerveza like fate had it planned. I opened it up, don't ask me how. Found a beer can suit and a bike somehow. Strapped it on tight, yelled "Vámonos, man!" and rode like a legend through taco stand land. And Tecateland, where the beer flows cold and your fate is canned. In Tecateland, where you ride through fire with the drink in hand. In Tecateland, you don't need money, you just need a plan. And one shoe, some tequila and the azul flame, mi amigo. In Tecateland, crowds cheered as I pedaled on through. Abuela's fainted, churro man saluted too. Then from the dust, a sports car appeared with a man in flame shoes and a glorious beard. He looked at me once and nodded real slow. You've got something special, bro. Then he tossed me a muffin like it was fate in a wrapper. Blueberry warm, the beginning of after. Muffins, 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 muffins. He tossed me a muffin like was fate in a wrapper. Blueberry warm, the beginning of after. Muffins, 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 muffins. In Tecateland, where the beer flows cold and your fate is canned. In Tecateland, where you ride through fire with a drink in hand. In Tecateland, you don't need
some tequila and the azul flame, mi amigo. In Tecateland. Ben stayed on the cruise, changed his name to Archie. As for me, they say I'm still out there pounding cerveza, riding off into the sunset. It's the land where I earned my name, and to this day, they still chant it. Viva la Muffins! Viva la Muffins! Viva la Muffins! Viva la Muffins! In Tecateland, where the beer flows cold and your fate is cared. In Tecateland, where you ride through fire with a drink in hand. In Tecateland, you don't need money, you just need a plan. And one shoe, some tequila, and the azul flame, mi amigo. In Tecateland. Tecateland. Viva la Muffins! Viva la Muffins! Viva la Muffins! Viva la Muffins! In Tecateland. Dougtrio, he's got 3 meats and he's bringing the heat. Dougtrio, he's the underground freak with the triple elite. Out from the dirt with a wink and a smirk, Doug showed up doing triple head work. No hands, no legs, just pure technique, and 3 little heads on a dirty streak. One says hi, one goes deep, one just giggles and never sleeps. Used Fisher once, split the bed, left her paralyzed from toes to head. Dougtrio, oh yeah, 3 meats deep and ready to go. His pokeball swinging low, he'll dig you fast then earthquake slow. He gave Misty more than a badge, now she's got the trio's name etched in her vag. Dougtrio, hell yeah, more meats than a Canto buffet. Dougtrio, baby, get out of his way. He hit Celadon with a rock slide move. Erica gassed, Doug's got groove. Sabrina bent all psychic rules, now she's teaching Pound in Saffron school. He's got Gyarados vibes and Machamp grace, but he wipes the floor with just his face. When the girls ask which one's the real Doug, all 3 wink back, hop on and get plugged. Dougtrio, whoa yeah, 3 meats deep and ready to go. His pokeball swinging low, he'll dig you fast then earthquake slow. He gave Misty more than a badge, now she's got the trio's name etched in her vag. Dougtrio, let's go. He's cooking meats at the lava show. He's a heat wave, baby, don't say no. Party vibe. Alright, listen up, Dougtrio's in the house. 3 meats swinging, no time to be shy now. Pikachu's getting shocked like never before. Bulbasaur's roots wrapped round the bedroom floor. Jigglypuff's crooning, but it's not a lullaby. Rattata's running scared, he don't wanna try. He's digging so deep, it's a triple threat jam. Noah escape rope, here you're caught in the slam. Sweating, panting, shaking the whole Pokeverse. Dougtrio's pounding hard, now feel the burst. Dougtrio, oh yeah. 3 meets deep and ready to go. His Pokeball swinging low. He'll dig you fast and an earthquake slow. He gave Misty more than a badge. Now she's got the trio's name etched in her bag. Dougtrio.
Your girl called. She's on line 3.
Just yesterday morning, I heard that Doug moved on. He packed up his blue flame at the break of dawn. The rounds we played still linger on. Now I stand in the breeze, but the fire feels withdrawn. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen blue flame, seen frisbees fly and drives that never end. I've seen the grill blaze with Chef Flay levels in, and I always hoped I'd see Doug and that blue flame again. His grin was a beacon, his aim always true. His disc caught the wind as it soared out of view. He carried himself with a pride few could do. Now I walk these fairways missing the blue. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen blue flame, seen frisbees fly and drives that never end. I've seen the grill blaze with Chef Flay levels in, and I always hoped I'd see Doug and that blue flame again. And been walking my mind through the shade and shine, talking about Doug like he's still nearby. He's out past the trees where the fair winds align, still glowing under Oklahoma sky. We played one last round before the sun sank low, shared laughs and good shots in that pink moment glow. Now he's just a breeze where the tall grass blows, and I chase his flame down these quiet winding roads. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen blue flame, seen frisbees fly and drives that never end. I've seen the grill blaze with Chef Flay levels in, and I always hoped I'd see Doug and that blue flame again.
Grant, you know what? You are such a crap bag. You know, when I got into the house, it was on the clock said 7:03. You know what? You had time. Now I have to clean up the house. I have to take down 2 garbage cans. And you know what? That's bullshit. God, Grant, you are such an idiot. And you know what? Let me guess, you're gonna keep this message like you did the other time. There proves another bullcrap move. You know what, Grant? Maybe I shouldn't do this and get them angry on their anniversary, be pissed at you and me. Cause you know what? Right now, I don't really care. Bye.
Out by the pool, sun sinking low. Lil Jason's waiting, 5-gallon show. Beer pong is set up, 4 corners is lit. Domino's is coming with a palm bike kit. Mix flipping beers on the backyard grill, yells Maui, the big island. Weezer on the speaker, Reagan eats watermelon slow. A brought sizzles loud, too much juice bro. I had dreams, man, not chores. Just floating on a raft, not scrubbing floors. Then thunder from the porch, it was my dad Steve yelling at me. Feed the dog, Grant. Mow the lawn, Grant. Pick up the dog shit, Grant. Fill in the gopher holes, Grant. Clean the pool, Grant. Scrub the toilet, Grant. Grant collapses to his knees dramatically. Father, please. Keep your juices in your broths. Keep your juices in your broths. Pass me that sweet baby racer. Keep your juices in your broths. Keep your juices in your broths. How about a pour by pour? Keep your juices in your broths. Keep your juices in your broths. Christine stumping through, cans clatter left and right, ranting as she goes. Eyes to the sky, you crap bag, you idiot. Echoing on tape, I just want a shot. Not to catch all this hate, anniversary tension. Rosalie's glare, my dad Steve booming from the porch out there. And me, I'm in the pool trying to shoot and chill while Mick's flipping beers on the grill. Take the trash out, Grant. Put away the dishes, Grant. What is that smell, Grant? Get your life in check, Grant. Grant collapses to his knees dramatically. Father, please. Keep your juices in your broths. Keep your juices in your broths. Pass me that sweet baby racer. Keep your juices in your broths. Keep your juices in your broths. How about a pour by pour? Keep your juices in your broths. Keep your juices in your broths.
If I could go back today and tell my dad in this way, I'd say keep your juices in your broths. Let the dogs run and play. Forget the gopher holes, the dirt, the smells that clog. Life's too short for toilet rings. I just wanna play Lil Jason. Keep your juices in your broths. Keep your juices in your broths. Pass me that sweet baby racer. Keep your juices in your broths. Keep your juices in your broths. How about a pour by pour? Keep your juices in your broths. Keep your juices in your broths.
You know what, Grant? That's bullshit!
I kept the voicemail and the memories too. But now I keep my juices where I want them to. Christine, you better Zamboni!
Oh, Christine, come on! That fart smells terrible. It's fucking horrendous. Father, please!
Slow down, you spilled your drink again. You're so damn quick to grab a towel, but you know the rules. Why are you still afraid? The Coors hit the ground a tavern we all saw, and you're thinking of walking away before you slip it up. But the floor has called, and brother, we were raised a different way. When will you realize Zamboni waits for you? Slow down, you're not to wipe. You can't just clean that up like everything's fine, although it's more sanitary. It just ain't right. Too bad, but it's the pact you've made. You can't deny it all you want, but you've got to behave. You got to behave. You've got your towel, you've got your pride, but don't you know only fools wouldn't oblige. Dream on, but don't imagine it's something you can't do. When will you realize Zamboni waits for you? Slow down, you're in
winter, and now the Star Lounge Glow Saloon is soaked with beer. It's not alright. You can't afford to waste an ounce or two. When will you realize Zamboni waits for you? You know that when the beer spills, you can be a pussy and leave, or be a man that fulfills. Why don't you realize Zamboni waits for you? When will you realize Zamboni waits for you? Zamboni waits for you in Ventura's holiest bar. On the dirtiest of floors, you don't need a rag, just a lack of gag reflex. The table, the floor, it doesn't matter anymore. Zamboni waits for you.
Out past the mesas where coyotes cry, where six-packs go warm in the noonday sky, there's a tale whispered soft in the campfire's name of a weekend engineer and the blue flame. They say when the weekend came rolling around, he'd lay on his back on the hollowed ground, with a lighter in hand and a grin wide as shame. He'd conjure the fire, they called it the blue flame. The blue flame of Dougolas lighten the sky, a burst from the depths where the brave dare not try. From the bowels of Mount Doom to the stars just the same, the beacon is lit, long live the blue flame. Now young Doug was the first in a backyard of lore to summon a fart like the Eye of Mordor. It shimmered and danced in a gassy ballet, and his jeans split apart in a fiery display. Ben cried, the beacons are lit through the smoke, as a nebula swirled from that fiery poke. It shimmered like starlight, unholy and blue, while Dougolas grinned and released number 2. The blue flame of Dougolas lightened the sky, a blast from the pit only misfits would try. Through laughter and fear, he still earned his name, the herald, the myth of the blue flame. Now legends may fade and denim may tear, but the spark of old Doug still hangs in the air. And if you catch wind near the hills where they game, you might hear a whisper, you have my flame. The blue flame of Dougolas, let it remain.